All right, test, test. All right, what is up? What's up, Nizative? How you doing? You were here before I even went on, weren't you? How's everyone doing? How you doing, Nizative? I appreciate you being here. Yeah, purple hearts to you too. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you supporting. How's music and everything? You hear any music? Are we too low? And this might be the last stream I do with the Mac. Might be. Because I got the tower back up, installed elementary OS on it. A little low. All right, let's do one of these. Got elementary OS running on it right now. So I don't know about Arch. I'm a very UI person. So actually, yeah, I think you share that, install that again, because I want to check it out, and maybe I'll do it on a partition or something. But I'm not a hacker type. I've been using Mac OS too long. So when I say hacker type, I mean like I like point and click a lot, even though I like to write code that doesn't do UIs. So I guess I'm weird like that. So yeah, I mean, I have to go for better hardware, and I don't want to pay for Apple hardware, because bonkers. I don't have $40,000 to spend on a Mac Pro. But elementary is nice so far. Been using it for 2 days. Video drivers could use a little work, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Is that what they say? Yeah, so I'm gonna do some conference talk. Can't even get the performance I want in a fully spec Mac Pro. Damn, what kind of performance do you want? Isn't that thing like quad Xeons? Now I need to know. Mac. What do you got for us, Apple? Oh, you want CUDA. Fair enough. Yeah, that's fair. I have a GeForce something. I gotta look up the model. But I've got a GeForce card in here. I think part of the reason why those video drivers are failing is because they don't have CUDA support. Just a guess. Possible. So yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna write a conference talk today. Some of a conference talk. We'll see. So I put them all in a repo, or in an org actually. Aaron's talks. Pop OS. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I read like Ubuntu and the Ubuntu distros can't ship NVIDIA drivers for legal reasons, so I had to boot into safe mode, and it was a pain. I had to boot into safe mode, apt install them manually, all that jazz. But yeah, I'll check out Pop OS. Let me open some notes here. Yeah, I know it's Ubuntu based, but I read for elementary and canonical, for some reason, maybe this is totally wrong. For some reason, they said that they can't ship NVIDIA drivers. So they ship like generic drivers, where it ends up basically saying like default monitor, and you get like horrible flicker. So maybe Pop OS is the way to go. Let me take a little note here. Poop OS. Nauseative. Let's do one of these. Markdownify. But actually, I didn't know that Pop! OS was Ubuntu based. Now that you write that, and I actually get it through my thick skull, that's good to know. That's really good to know. Yeah, so I submitted this talk a while ago, pre-COVID, and I thought, no way in hell. So they accepted it, and it's about comparing Go and Python. What we can learn from Go to write better Python. Oh yeah, and they accepted it actually, and then, wait. Yeah, they accepted it, but they didn't tell people that all the acceptances went out because COVID. So they accepted it and then didn't say anything. That's kind of SOP for conferences. And then they emailed in a frenzy because, like all conference organizers, like they had to redo the whole thing for COVID. So now it's online, obviously. They're doing a great job in terms of like the organizing and figuring out speaker logistics and all that stuff. So here I am. I think I have 3 weeks or so. Yeah, I have till October 20. So yeah, 3 weeks or something like that. So yeah, it's like straddling the line between Go and Python. I forgot what I wrote here. By bringing Go and Python closer together, we can write software that's faster and more resilient. I'll briefly introduce the origins, evolution, and usage of Go. Rest of the talk will be live coding. We'll write a small app in Go. Okay, we gotta write a small app in Go. We gotta write a small app in Python too. Okay. Alright, so we gotta write 2 apps. That's cool. We gotta compare. Primary live coding, no prior knowledge of Go, needed to enjoy this talk. You'll walk away knowing a little bit about Go. You'll also leave understanding some new patterns that might help you write better Python code. You'll also learn when or if you should write Go to complement your Python. So, knowing me and not remembering anything that was in my head when I wrote this proposal, I think I was targeting this more towards Python people and trying to introduce Go to them. Maybe. I'm just going to go with that. We'll focus more on Python. So let's do one of these. Create a new repo. 2020 10 20. All things open. My slides and code for all things open 2020. Okay. Got you. Is that a Python? Why not? Put an MIT license in there and create this. Create this bad boy. Okay. Where are you at, my terminal? Let's put this into a new folder. All right, cool. Open you up. Oh, gotta open up our stream notes over here. All right. Right on, right on. Okay. So I'm gonna write some slides, and I'm gonna copy what I did in this. This was the last. I think this was the last presentation I did. Yeah, this was a stream. One might say the stream is the new presentation format. Let me actually check this out. Some T-Mux going on here. Get clone. Get her. Seven. Okay. So where are you at? All right. So we have a slides folder that has a bunch of stuff. So this is all for Reveal.js. So I'm gonna copy all the slides directory over to all things open. Okay. So we're good. Okay. So now we can run caddy. Do people know what caddy is? Have people heard of caddy? I should put the caddy file out here. And we can do this. All right. And we'll head over to here. For that matter, if people heard of Reveal.js, let me go read about Reveal.js. Yes, you got it. Yeah, pretty minimal, yeah. And it's out of the box too. It just straight up, like, you start it, this file here, tell it what to do about SSL and stuff, and just run caddy, and then does its thing. Does a lot of magic to use Let's Encrypt and get all the things working HTTPS wise. So these are new docs. Very new docs. Install, I did this already. Okay. Markup. I never figured out if it's possible to split this into multiple files. We'll do that first. Into multiple files. Looks like someone else wanted to know this too. Yeah. Prez. I regularly use Jade. I got it. There appears to be a library which lets you import. Okay, register it. Put slides in here. You do a data external. Alright. That would probably be fine. What is Prez? Generate reveal slideshows from a set of markdown. Prez -- init. Slide title. But then I can't really. I guess I could put some graphics and stuff if I want to. Okay. Let's try this out first. So let's go to index. Where's the reveal initializer? I know you're here somewhere. I think you're here somewhere. There you are. Okay. Let's go to, let me catch up on chat. You've been using Sozu as your main reverse proxy for a while because it's Rust. Nice. Rust based. Yeah. Having Edge software be memory safe is a guarantee. Yeah. Sozu proxy. I'm curious about this now. Nice. Ping us on Gitter. Nice. I like that they have a Gitter. Hot config. Upgrade without restarting. So it does like a handoff. Looks like it does. Well, I assume that it does like connection handoff. Cool. Very cool. They have docs somewhere. Master worker, single thread. Each worker's on a single thread with epoll. Right on. What is this Mio library? Oh, it's under Tokyo. So I guess that's got to be an event queue thing. Event loop or event queue? I don't know. Getting started. Setting up Rust. Building, running. There's a Docker container. Cool. Right on. I'll try this out. I don't want to print you. There we go. Okay, so we've got our external thing going on here. All right. So now we can put data external module O. So I'm assuming that's a folder. Yeah, we're just gonna have to figure it out. Okay. So we've got our div class reveal. Where is that? There we go. Class slides section. So let's do, I don't know, we'll call this content slide, or just o1.html, I guess. All right. Let me just copy this. Okay. Now let's try it. Caddy run. Okay, localhost 8080 then.
The number you have dialed.
Oh, there's an admin endpoint. I forgot about that. All right. Okay, it didn't work. Are there any errors? Oh, there are errors. Oh, that's because I need to grab this. I think I need to grab this. Yeah, this looks about right. Plug in. And then where is it? External/external.js. Okay. Now what you got for me? Yeah, okay, it works. Oh, you enjoy its config format. There are things still missing. Something like Nginx. Yeah, with static files. So it doesn't do static files, huh? Could it proxy to something that does static files? An internal Nginx or something? Even though that's annoying. But is it like it just cannot do static files at all? Or is there a hack like that you could just work around? But you know, that would be a cool project. Especially for someone like me, because I don't know Rust at all. Alright, so what's the title of this thing? Well, we can, that's pretty big. How about that? A rising tide lifts all boats. All right. Uh, 20 October 2020. Yeah, I try. I'm here for you, Nice Native. I'm here to bring the poetry for you. What do you think of that? Rising tide lifts all boats? Okay, so let's pin this. Whoa! A little big. How about maybe level 3, header H3? Better. But now, don't you just love HTML? Maybe I should have brought in Markdown for this. That's better. Yeah. Maybe I can highlight this or something. How do you highlight stuff? Mark. Okay. Can we do that? What was I even gonna highlight? What is Lapa? Is that a C? Is that a real style? Oh, haha, Kappa. Not right on. I mean, I'm splitting hairs here, but this is kind of long, and yeah. I can bring my browser all the way across, even past where it's cut off on stream, and it's just a fixed size, so it's always gonna go onto a new line, and I don't love that. I don't know. I'm really splitting hairs, but hey, this is like naming on in your code. Python and Go. To his complement. We're just gonna go with that pun for now. Sure. All right. We've got o1.html now. And I think I actually, this is where I have to start doing stuff. I think I actually wrote an outline for this. It's my top secret talk proposals repo. All thing I submitted to, I guess. Is that the first one? What's this one? Oh, microservices. Abstract bio. Oh, maybe I do not. I thought I had an outline of this. Anyway, okay. There's kind of an outline here. Oh. I'll briefly introduce the origins, evolution, and current usage of Go. We'll write a small app in Go to illustrate strength and design patterns. Then we'll apply to a Python app Okay. So a lot of this is live coding, so I just need to have an idea of what the hell I'm gonna code. So let's start with the history of Go. 02. Let's call this what Go is, and then what is Go. Let's say that systems programming language, and let's start what Go is, blah blah blah. Okay, we're gonna do a what Go isn't. Okay. Let's call this strengths and weaknesses, maybe. So, static. I don't know what actually I'm going to put here. Static compiled language, so you get more compile time, safety, efficiency at runtime, fewer unit tests, and a dynamic scripting language. But downsides are what? Downsides are less flexibility with your variables. You can't. What can't you do? Oh, they have types. So you can't change. So you're limited to what you can change it to. No, give me a second. Gotta call the other line, meaning a different computer. All right, all good. Yeah, all right, so you got less flexibility with your variables. You have to define more stuff up front. Data types. Well, I don't know. Do you? Because if you're doing Python, you have to declare like a class. Oh, actually, like things like maps and slices. So it'd be like with Python, my thing equals a b, but with Go, my Go thing equals map string a b. So there's more I would say more verbose in many cases, just because you've got to say the data type here. You have to type, not say. Okay. More verbose in many cases. Sometimes more boilerplate. So what is that true though? It's like I'm coming up with the point and then trying to back it up instead of finding examples. I think maybe it kind of goes into more verbose. Let's see. So for a Python class, you'll do that, and then like something like that. Whereas with Go, type my class struct. You would do something like that. Func new my class format. Maybe I should say font. That's kind of the same. Kind of the same. So maybe not. Maybe it's the same. The verbosity part, yes. But I think Go does a pretty good job on boilerplate. You also get built-in true multi-core concurrency. How's that for buzzwords? Probably put microservices in there too. Oh, actually, it's kind of a pro and a con. So fewer high-level networking or less support out of the box. But on the other hand, you get very low-level control over networking. So then there's also, for both languages, garbage collector and runtime, so you don't have absolute control. Yeah. You don't have absolute control over how your program is using its hardware. Okay. You don't have absolute control. That is true, but that's for both. What does that really mean, though? Go won't help your program. Yeah, Go won't help your program, your Python program. If you need bare metal. Well, it's not 100% true, so Go probably, if you need bare metal performance. Hey, what up, Zanus? Crazy delay? The chat widget has like a 2-second delay on it, so I can catch someone who someone who says horrible things, as people do on the internet sometimes. Oh no, this is not for Go for Con. This is for this. So I'm doing an All Things Open talk on October 20th, and it's a comparison talk between Go and Python. So I'm trying to just like skeleton out the slides for it. And come to think of it, let's see if we have slides yet. I even have a clever name. Choose compliment. But that's a crappy name, so I need to come up with something better. I think it's clever, but I don't think anyone else will, so yeah. I have to figure out this slide. So I'm trying to do a overview of what Go is. And then, geez, this looks a lot better in VS Code. Obviously, I am not too fond of HTML, so I'm writing it in Markdown style-ish. We're gonna have to figure that out later. Anyway, there's my blabbing. Yeah, so I'm trying to do what Go is, and then an overview. This is from another talk. Yeah, like an overview. I probably are gonna need a what Go is not slide too. Now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Talk is October 20th. Do they have an actual time yet? Not sure. Oh, it kind of looks like it. There's 2 errands presenting. This is at 3:30 Eastern time on October 20th. Yeah. You can see my my impression of being a professional. What's up, El Alouani? El Alouani? Did I get that right? I'm not super fond of HTML. That's okay. I'll clean up this stuff later. I think I'm probably gonna do some markdown goodness. Actually, I'm gonna have to come back to that. There's a plugin in here called Markdown, so that sounds promising. No, not on a separate streaming PC yet. I installed Elementary OS on the tower. Let's see if I can move. That is Elementary OS running. There's the tower. So I just haven't set up all the hardware yet, which is a weekend job. And then you will have Aaron streaming from a hardware encoder, which will make my Mac Mini very happy. If there's probably lag too. There's probably a lot of streaming delay, which probably is caused by the fact I'm on a software encoder now. That'll go on the GeForce and be a hardware encoder, be a little faster. But yeah, I gotta set up mic, sound mixer, camera. I gotta run a bunch of Ethernet over from the router to that. I think that's it. So it'll be like a couple hours on the weekend. So yeah, there will probably be technical difficulties of Aaron streaming from Linux for the first time. I'll ask Eric what he does. From Arch. If he can do it from Arch, how hard can it be from Elementary? Oh, and I have to find a replacement for this. I love this audio router. So I need to find a replacement for this, or just wing it on OBS, I guess. I might do that. So yeah, exciting times. I'm excited. Get back on the tower, get back onto Linux. After all, it's the year of Linux on the desktop. So yeah. And yeah, I'm not gonna need to use a streaming PC because I will have a tower. Oh, music's too loud? Better? I hope that's better. Cool. Yeah, I know. Was it you, Zanus? I know someone was saying they have a hard time with competing noise. So yeah, I want to make sure that that is not a thing over here. Yeah, so this is the pros and cons. I think I probably need to do a what go isn't first. So let's do that. 03 to 04. Okay. So we're gonna do put it in 04. Oh, no, it wasn't you? Okay. Yeah, I wish I could remember who it was. I haven't streamed since Monday, so I've been falling down on the job and then, of course, forgetting everything, too. So this is going to be strengths and weaknesses. This is what Go is. So let's do what Go isn't. I'm biased, so I feel like Go can do everything, which is not obviously true. So Go is not really high level abstractions, although people are trying. Get out of here, HTML. Forget you. Okay. So it's not high level abstractions. Not that good for fast prototyping. Here's the bias in me. Although better than other languages in its class. What else is not? What else is it not? Specialize for. It's not really specialized at all. I guess it's no. Actually, no. It's not a general purpose programming language. Even though I tend to disagree with that, but yeah. Did I see this new Stupak meme? We will open that in a separate browser window. Blah. Right on. I like it. Let's, I'm going to keep this. I can put it in as a tier 2. For now. Boom. I love that. Where's Stupak been? I've seen him, haven't seen him around lately. Let's see if I can add this on the fly. This might crash OBS, but it also might not. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Duh. Right on. I'll put it down here. All right, right on. We've got a keyboards meme. Okay, thanks for that, Xanus. That's rad. All right, so not general purpose. I don't know, it kind of is. And people are doing like graphics and UIs and I should add it as a Rickroll thing when Stupak joins. Yeah. Yeah, I should. Nizative, I like that domain. What does this do? What does your site do? Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, like Go can be. Oh, it's a file sharing. Okay, right on. So what do I do? Who do I share this with? Oh, right on, right on. I can get a link. I can put this in as a browser source on OBS. That'd be cool. So yeah, you're right. Nizative, you're right. It can be not well suited for general programming language, general purpose programming language. Because you're right, yeah, it can be. It's not that good for fast prototyping. It's also, I kind of mentioned this already in the here. I don't know. It's also not good for, here's one. Not suited for real-time programs and applications. You're not going to write like a cruise control system with Go. All right, that's a good start. So we've got what Go is, what Go isn't. Blah, I refreshed the chat. I picked up a pro tip from Clarkio on his stream. He did that too. He said, have two chat windows open. Is this language gonna win the talk? Is one language gonna win the talk? Kinda. Because really I'm trying to get like, all right, well, this was originally, I submitted this to PyCascades. And I think, yeah, I submitted it to PyCon US too. So in that setting, it would have been, I'm trying to convince Python folks to try out Go and like plug it into their apps in a strategic way. But here, my thought was kind of more like, there might be Python folks in the crowd, and those folks would probably want to learn about a new language, and maybe more specifically, like what are the action items they can take to integrate this new language into their stuff. And then there might be Go folks, and the Go folks might want to just see, like, from the perspective of a Python person, how would they maybe look at Go. And then for folks who don't give a shit, they probably won't come. But if they do, maybe it's just kind of a cool case study, I guess. So is it going to win? I will definitely be throwing in my my Go advocacy / cultism. So in that sense, like, some people might pick up on Go is better, like the mind control waves. Subliminal messaging, Go is better. But I'm not going to come out and say it. So yeah, Go for fighting a snake, yeah. NVim, Go, and Python. Three's compliment. All right, Nizative. If I learn NVim, NeoVim, by then, I will do all the live coding in NeoVim. If I've got other stuff that I got to do for work, and I've got to like set up my streaming PC, but if after I do that, I still have time, then yeah, I will live code the whole thing in NeoVim. Rust is better than both at everything. I have one disagreement to that. Did I write it down yet? Verbosity. I did. Verbosity. Go and Python beat Rust at being less verbose. That is a data-driven, and I'll put my water bottle down, I'll slam it on the desk, and say that is a data-driven exclamation. Was that a loud enough slam? Otherwise, I'm going to dent the desk, probably. But yeah, Xanus, there's going to be subliminal messaging in here. Yeah, me too. I think, like, I've learned Rust but I haven't really like put my money where my mouth is because I haven't written an app with it. So I don't know like how much the verbosity affects productivity. I used to be a C++ programmer, and in those days when I was doing that, like the verbosity didn't matter to me because I just typed faster. But I don't know if these old man fingers can type faster anymore to make up for it, or the old man brain can keep up. So I get what you're saying though, like having a completely memory safe language running. That's awesome. Maybe one day someone will do a Rust versus Python talk. That'd be cool. Yeah, really quick slides. Go is better. And I'll just, yeah. I don't know if I should put that in now as a joke because I might forget to take it out. Are you still type faster than your mind? Yeah. If I don't make mistakes, then I type, yeah, I'm with you. I type significantly faster. But when I do make mistakes and I have to backspace it out, then my mind catches up and then who knows. And then when I type while I'm reading the chat and talk, then my computer explodes along with my mind. Idiot. What an idiot. All right, so we've got kind of what Go is, what Go. Well, let me just read it over here. You guys ready to see some just pro level slides? Systems programming language. It is. What Go isn't. Blah. All in one bullet. We got this one has no bullets, so it's wasting no space. That's why. That's why we're awesome here. All right, strengths and weaknesses. Okay, and that's something else. All right. So I think let's fill out this better. This, yeah. So it is a systems programming language. It is suited toward low-level applications like backend servers, building databases, caches, small, not small. I want to say something like small footprint. Small footprint, kind of small footprint applications, but I don't want it to come off like we're going to be building firmware with this or something. Note, not talking about firmware. Sometimes people run this embedded, but support is very experimental. I'm not gonna say very experimental. Very experimental. Support is beta quality. Now, yeah. See, here's my Go bias. There is TinyGo. Is there TinyGo? tinygo.org. So this exists, and people are running this in production settings. So I don't want to say beta, really. It kind of is, though, because it's not a huge community. Maybe I'll say that. But the community isn't very big yet, I guess. Okay. Wait, not talking about firmware, but what are we talking about? More like the cloud, more like small VMs in the cloud, Raspberry Pis, etc. TinyGo for AVR microcontrollers is still beta. Yeah. Do they have a list somewhere of all the microcontrollers that they support? Go on microcontrollers. Yeah. So I don't know which ones of these are beta support or not. But that's the thing. Yeah, oh yeah, IoT. Suitable for IoT applications. Yeah. I'm kind of not doing service to these two things because this is really like why Go was started. Highly concurrent. All right, cloud native. Suitable for IoT, and then there's full stack web dev. Just to remind myself what the hell that is. What up, that KCA? Distributed systems and consensus solutions due to the consistent GC expectations. Good point. Very good point. I'm just going to call it hardcore apps like time clock sensitive, highly time clock sensitive stuff is not good for Go because GC pauses. CLI utils, yeah. Great for CLI utils. Good library support. And also cross compilation. There it is. This is my mind thinking slower than I type, but then me making mistakes and my mind catching up. Yep, static binary. Small binaries-ish. Okay, that's pretty good. Let me take off my coat real quick. That tower, I would go with 5 to 7 degrees hotter in here than out on the other side of that door. All right, so we've got stuff. What Go is, what Go isn't, strengths and weaknesses. Where is that strengths and weaknesses? Go. I feel like this slide probably should be merged into the others, but whatever. So we're gonna do a, where does it tie in to Python? What is this really? No, it's not like where does it tie into Python. It's like fit Go into your app. How about where does Go fit into Python? No bias. What is this? Oh, right on. This is gonna be a thing for sure. I'm gonna straight up just put it in that repo. just to remind myself. Here. I like it. Doing shell scripting for Bash requires lots of hacks. So is that a kind of like a pro for Go? Like you would write your Bash scripts, but instead you would write them in Go? Single binary distribution versus pip and VM is something I never want to do again. Ruby was much worse. I wonder, there is something there, because Go is simple enough in its toolchain that you don't, so far in the Go world, over 10 years, you haven't had to do any kind of pip and VM thing. Maybe here, strong backward compatibility guarantees. In the standard library, the Go 1.0 promise and more. I would love to see a distribution OS and programming like mascot fighting game. Make one. You could probably make D3. You can use D3. Make a cool like 3D fighting game. Okay. So, all right. So the flow is kind of like this. We talk a lot about Go. This one I should just fold into these. Let me write that as a note here. To do, fold into the what Go is and what Go isn't slides. Okay. So then so we talk about Go, yes and no, what it is, what it isn't, blah, blah. And now we've got to talk about where does it fit into Python. So definitely long-running job, we just call it tasks. Jobs is a little weird. Long-running tasks that get kicked off by an incoming event, like an HTTP request. That's one I hit all the time. We can also say long-running background jobs, like sidecars, log aggregator, tier 2 backend services, like caches, etc. Places where concurrency is very important. Actually, no, and that's obvious, but places where you are forking your process to get more concurrency. I need to look up what that is in Python. There's also like fibers, and there's a multi-process in the standard library, I think. Yeah. Spawning processes using an API similar to threading. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Anytime you hit the global interpreter lock. Yes. Okay. Fibers. Lightweight primitives for cooperative multitasking. Pause and resumed. Unlike threads. So threads is here. global interpreter lock. Oh, wait. Yeah, there we go. So really I should crap a lot on the global interpreter lock. Anywhere you need to run on more than one core. Yeah, the GIL, yeah, for sure. Is it GIL or JIL? It's like the GIF. This is like the GIF question now. Where I have to run a workload remotely. Yeah. You have to ship your app somewhere else. No need to also ship an interpreter. Fleet uses it on the remote SATCOM units. Nice. What is Fleet? The only thing that comes to mind is CoreOS, and I am positive CoreOS is not doing SATCOM. So what is Fleet.space? Nice. Low power planet-wide coverage for IoT devices. Small satellites. Well, that's a good advertisement for Go. Go is literally gonna run in space. By 2050, there will be 9.6 billion people on Earth. That's a lot. Operational data, not just in cities, but in remote industry. Portal. Plug and play edge. Is this what you're talking about? These are the SATCOM units that Go runs on? Nice. I like this idea of tiny satellites. Cool. Nice, I missed that lightning talk. Very cool. Yeah, go for COD, yeah. An Eric person. Eric asked me today if I'm streaming. I wonder if he's gonna stream too. I know he's done 3 this week. I think that's, I don't know. That's my limit, I think, when I'm doing like 3-hour streams or something. Carrying a satellite in a carry-out to the US. That's fucking awesome. I'm sure he got stopped by someone along the way. Constellations of small satellites equipped with advanced communication payload to deliver multi-network wireless IoT connectivity. Cool. It would be really cool to see how they like command the satellites. I don't know if you command satellites, but whatever. How they manage them? Did they build like a Kubernetes for satellites? Yeah, SSH into space. Alright, what else you got for me? This is just pictures of the Earth. Okay, that was not helpful. SSH into space. Yeah, I don't know what the automod was all about. That's probably a term that's bad, I assume. But I feel like space cubes in this context of Kubernetes. Fair. So fibers, with this global interpreter lock going on, fibers is not really fibers. But yeah, only one fiber will be running at a given point in time. I'm not really understanding why you would want to use this. Maybe to pause. I guess you could pause an incoming HTTP request, go do some stuff, and then get the answer and respond. Maybe. Maybe. Fibers can switch control to other fibers by way of switch or throw. Or raise an exception. That's cool. Raise an exception in the target fiber. Can throw an egg at someone else's house. All right. So this is kind of like when you're using fibers. Coroutines might make sense. But we also have to talk about how. How does Go fit in? Oh, something loud in my ear there. Sorry about that, everybody. That is why this exists. That's why audio routing exists, to not have that happen. Give me 1 second. All right, my bad about that. Turns out I had a YouTube video running in the background. It's one of those YouTube videos with the lo-fi study sounds. And they decided to change to something else. Best emo. Did you put sunglasses? Yeah, right on. Arshel SG, Arshel Grill SG. I love it. So, let's see. We've got to get 5 in there. External. So 5. And 06. And Streamlabs has not told me to yet, but I'm gonna get up and stretch because damn, my neck is sore. Let me get some more music while I stretch. All right. You got SG. What is the TK? Is that like the pinky? Like the Dr. Evil pinky? Can't see what that... There's something there. Like a thumbs up or something. All right. How to fit Go into Python. So we're not talking about oh yeah, I got you. Thinking hard. Should I... isn't that a Steve Jobs pose? Like that? Or maybe up like this. So we're not talking about a Python Go FFI interface. We're talking about... What are we talking about? I guess we're talking about kind of extending it. Like if Python's running over here, what can you do to help your app from over here? So writing new code or replacing some Python code. Go code. That KCA, what is grumpy? You mean the emoji? So yeah, so okay, so possible. Oh nice, Google's grumpy. That is cool. How did I never hear about this? That's awesome. Yeah, it is worth mentioning. You're right. So we're not talking about automated conversions. Like manual transcoding or something. Oh yeah, YouTube thing. Makes sense. I was checking out that Vitesse project a while back. I just got reminded of it yesterday. That's pretty cool stuff. Go FTW. Grump C and Grump Run. That's amazing. That's funny. Grump Run. That's your CLI that you get. Possible things you can do right now with no code changes. What are possible things you can do right now with no code changes? I kind of mentioned sidecars before, but capture your logs, statistics. If you're building a web app. Backend layers. For example, a proxy for your database. Or proxy in front of your web app. Seems like I want to build on a Python MP3 and then split out the constraints. Yeah, constraints. Yes, absolutely. What I think I want to focus on a web app because that's pretty common. Like a Flask app maybe, since Django would be a really big code base. So like a Flask app, and then show like maybe 2 or 3 things that you would break out. So I was thinking a Flask app that has to do some kind of background work, like an HTTP request comes in, it kicks off some background work, maybe a WebSocket or something, and then break that background stuff out into Go, and have the Flask app just straight up always take a request, do stuff very fast, and then spit out a response. 100% Python-based full-stack project. What? Brython. What's Brython? I could see Gryphon, maybe that's Go. Compression of files. Do you mean having a server do file compression? Is that actually, yeah, that would be a really good one. Let's make a new file. API for compressing files or full stack with a UI. Yeah, with NiXYZ. Did you pronounce that NiXYZ? File like this UI. Shout outs to Nizative. Nizative! Nick6, I got you. Indexing. Yeah, KCA. Ideas. Doing some kind of indexing. Overall, we're talking about like kind of writing a web app that returns a 302. Whatever that is. You initiate some work and it starts it and returns. Yeah, what would I ever do without chat? Seriously. Yeah, I mean, it makes it more fun, but also possible, like better. It's almost like you all are the audience before there's a talk, and then you I'm very grateful that you're here, by the way, for more than just normal, for more than just being an audience, but also you guys are awesome for giving ideas. It's almost like you're the audience. You're saying this is what I would want to see. 201, thank you. Not 301. Maybe I will actually. Once this is done, why not? I'll do the rehearsal. You'll see me crash and burn many a time. Oh yeah, okay, I've got this already in my jam. Okay, how does Go fit into Python? The app. All right, so I'm gonna want to start with the Python app and then break it out. So the Python app, is there a way to like initialize a nice standard Flask app? Like scaffolding or something. Scaffold a Flask project. Oh wait. Da-da. CubeCTL, what's up? I love your handle. The topic of this talk is, for some reason, the bot is not working, I guess. But yeah, the topic of the talk is Python versus Go, pretty much. And I'm gonna get you the link. There we go. So yeah, it's kind of a comparison. Nizative wants it to be be a fight to the death. I'll go just short of making it a fight to the death. But it's kind of a comparison. For the Python people in the audience, I want it to be sort of like, hey, this is Go. You might want to be able to use it because it can do cool stuff and make your apps better. For Go people in the audience, it's going to be sort of more like a case study. Like, hey, by the way, there are Python people out there. This might be how they want to get into Go. Obviously, there'd probably be some Go and Python people all in one human. And they'll get a lot out of this too, because they'll be able to see both sides this way. It'll get shoved in their face. And then people who don't give a shit, they might be there. That would be cool. And maybe I can win them over with some Go. Search for sum generators. Where? Search for sum generators where? Sum generators in this schedule? We got a quote. There's a quote at the top of our... That's funny. Let's find that quote. I bet it's in here somewhere. At the top somewhere, maybe. Where are you, quote? Oh, I have a better idea. Slide background content. No. Search for some generators in Google. Okay. AP aught. AP aught. AP0 aught. I don't know how to pronounce you. I apologize for getting your name wrong. Big apologies. I cannot talk today. Massive apologies for not being able to get your name right. AP aught. But I really appreciate the follow. Welcome to the fold. And I'm glad to have you here. Time to stretch. Streamlabs, I already did. Yum generator. What is a yum generator? Am I going to regret searching for this? Do you mean like a yum repository? Use CRX like your instance. You can keep plugging your projects. Well, actually, oh, you just gave me an awesome, possibly awesome idea. And that is to host the slides for the talk using Python and Go. Like have Go do something behind the scenes that I can just make up. But yeah, I don't know what yum generators is. I'm just seeing yum repositories and weird stuff. Yeah, Meta is right. Blowing my mind. Yeoman! Okay. Yeoman, I like a yeoman generator for a Flask app. kubectl, my brain is off every day. So not to worry. Oh, there's quite a few here. Yeoman generator for Microsoft Teams. Yeoman Flask. Yeah, they are. First result always best. That's how they get you. Let's see, this is 2014. Let's see if you're right. That's 2016. Okay. Okay, you're right. It's not a thing, it's this guy. Is there anything else out here? Generator full stack apps. Generator Angular Flask. Flask Yeoman. A Flask Brewman blueprint to make creating web applications using Yeoman and Flask an easy task. I don't understand that, and it's also 7 years old. I thought you would want to use Yeoman to make the Flask app. I'm going to go back because I also saw a Python plugin, I think. If I can find where that search was. They had a tool. Did they have a tool? No, they didn't have a tool. Never mind. Scaffold, a Python Flask app. Here. This is... What is this? Oh, this is a scaffolder, but uses database models, maybe? Yeah, for a given resource. I don't need that. What I'm going to do instead is straight up this. I know this is a good layout. I'm going to grab you. Hello. Oh, okay. This project is no longer maintained. Go there. Okay. There's something called cookie cutter. There we go. All right, so let's download this thing. Okay. So this whole thing here is us. Yeah. Okay. Move desktop. Cookie cutter Flask. Not that. App. I actually don't want to move this. I want to copy this. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oops. I should not have done that. There we go. Let's delete you. Rename you app. Oh, cookie cutter. Oh, it's a helper that you run it to give it the repo and generates all the name and README stuff. Cookie cutter. Better project templates. Cool. That is a good idea, because then you get, I guess you would get more standard layouts in repos. Nice. Well, I'm not doing the thing the way that they want me to, but I am stealing their code, so good. Standing up common things. Common Go things? Oh, it's just an internal template. Okay, so I guess you could do it with anything. Right on. Nice. Very cool. All right. So, how do you run this? Yes. I will run it with a point and click thing. Because that's easy. And I like easy on a Friday afternoon. Sure. Setup. There's a README in here. Pip install, cookie cutter, blah blah blah. Entry point. Waiting for Postgres. I don't want Postgres going on here. I'm just gonna write out to a file system for stuff. Okay. Tests. Server. I think this would be where we do a Flask run. Nobody! Very nice. Nobody, I really appreciate the follow. I'm glad to have you here. Super happy you're here, and welcome. Nobody is following. Oh, so sad. How you doing today, nobody? Is this how you run? Do you do Flask run inside of app? Oh yeah. Oh, I need to install Flask. I am also doing pretty good. No complaints. It's Friday, doing a little bit of hacking, doing some writing a conference talk. Now we're hacking on some Python. Getting ready to have a nice dinner with the wife later. So, yeah, doing all right. How do you run a Flask app? Flask. Obviously, it popped up Amazon ads for Flask. Installation. Dependencies. I get it. Virtual environments. I'll probably have to create one of those. Install Flask. Okay, so why is this on Windows? Oh, because the PY. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll do it in here. And I hate this. I hate this about Python. That's my go bias right there. I hate that you have to create a VM. Who said that before? Nizative, was that you? Someone said how horrible VM and that whole mess is. I hate that too. It's pretty much the size of it. I hate that too. I want a single binary where I don't have to set up an environment if I don't want to. Oh, KCA. Oh, I got you. Right on. KCA, I'm with you. Okay. Okay. So, C depend. I almost would rather have C dependency hell because well, this is just because I know stuff about C, but not a lot about Python. Like, I know where to find a shared object. I know how to set the loader path and the linker path. Yeah, I guess almost. Yeah, almost. Two different shades of hell, I guess. All right. I need to pip install Flask. Okay. Yeah, we called you out, KCA. I'm just saying, I was just agreeing with you on your hatred for VM. So, Flask run? No. Oh, we just gotta find an app.py. Where are you, app.py? There's no app.py? Okay. So structure. Save a new Flask skeleton in the root directory. It'd be the entire scaffolding utility. I got it. Okay. Skeletons. Here's the config. Power. I got it. I don't need this stuff. Summon confirm. Oh, duh. This is not. This is a scaffold. So I can strip a lot of that stuff out. Learn Flask tutorial. I'm just gonna grab free CodeCamp. Always has good stuff. Okay. More fun with Flask. So let's just create ourselves an app.py. Yes. For all you Python lovers out there, shield your eyes. I'm fairly certain this is going to be ugly. And if you know what to do better, please tell me. Alright, so can we do a Flask run now? Hey! There aren't any Python lovers? Ouch. I got coworkers. They like Python. The thing is, yeah, Python is such a good language. It really is a good language, but that tooling, ugh. Yeah, neat language. Nobody, do we have a Python lover in you? All right, well, what is going to happen? We're going to have some simple thing. It's going to say, hello, Salvador. Or it's going to try to render a template, which we do not have. Okay, so until you get packages that blow up and you can't get new software to work on LTS systems. It's just, I guess that's a cultural thing, right? Like any language, like Go. I can go and release a new version of some Go project I have as v0.1.2 and have breaking changes. I can have it start sending a credit card number to my personal server or something. But I don't know. Are there technical reasons why that happens more in Python? Okay, so static and then templates and then they have a main.py. Okay, fair. Oh, really? You have the system interpreter and dev systems and rail systems. Yeah, damn. Base map versus cartopy. I assume those are for mapping. Yes, okay, there it is. Python 3. What the hell? I worked on a Python 2 code base in 05 and then didn't come back. 05 to 07 and then didn't come back to Python till 2 years ago. And what the hell? Not too many changes in the language as far as I could tell. Like the core language, like print, whatever, not a big deal. But then like the standard library. Like now I gotta go and I have to make sure for every, I'm ranting now. I'm gonna finish the rant real quick. I have to, for every single docs page I go to, I have to make sure that drop down's at Python 3 point whatever. And every third party dependency. I'm sure I'm not saying anything new to anyone right now. Anyone who's a Python lover or Python aficionado, I guess. Yeah, okay. So template, static, virtual, app.yaml, app engine config, requirements.txt. This is app engine stuff. Okay, so I think I get the idea. Flask, directory structure. Maybe it'll tell me more there. Organizing. Okay. App, config, requirements. Okay, I'm on the right track here. Instance. When you're working on a project a little more complex, this is tiny, a single module can get messy. You'll need to define classes for models and forms and they'll get mixed in with the code. All this can frustrate development. To solve the problem, we factor out different components of our app into interconnected modules, a package. Okay. Okay, run.py. Where's, run.py. It's not app.py anymore? Why not? Using a single module is good for quick projects. Okay, that's all I need to hear. Okay, so we had some ideas of what to build. And where were they? 05, I think? Maybe 06. And then surely 07. REST API for compressing files. Some kind of indexing. Oh, we talked about hosting. Let's see. Maybe we can do both indexing and compressing files. We can let you upload a thing and upload it along with some tags and then compress the file. Yeah, compress the file, store the file in a database, or store the file on disk and the tags in a database, and then expose an API also to get all the images for a specific tag, so the indexing kind of comes in there. Yeah, and then download the image after it's done. This might be a fatty thing. But hey, let's find a way to like slim it down. Yeah. 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 I think. So, okay. Let's write the UI. I'm not the UI, the initial REST API. So, return. I think there's a Flask way to do JSON. Flask JSON. JSONify, that's what it was. Thank you, DDG. Okay. So JSONify, return JSONify images. I don't know yet. Images 0. And then we're gonna do last uploaded. I don't know. And then let's see, def. Stats, maybe? Minix Graphics, hey, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for joining. I don't know what kind of stats we're gonna do return, but this will be part of the indexing. So we can say like average size, 0, whatever. Average compressed size, 0. Yeah, we don't know yet, obviously. Just leave it at that for now. Oh yeah, num tags. And let's get all of the tags too. I don't know yet what that's going to be. I am pretty good, Minix Graphics. Just doing some Python and writing a conference talk on a Friday afternoon. Hanging out with all you fine people. Getting ready to have some dinner in a couple hours. Hopefully a nice dinner. A dinner out. Histogram of sizes. Okay. All right. Tags. Obviously, we need a Salvador endpoint. Oh, this is going to be upload. Methods. I think this is how you do it. JSONify. There we go. Did I get that right? Yeah. Upload is going to do return JSONify. Whatever. I don't know what it's going to do. Yeah, so this is going to be to do call out to the backend. Call to go back into compress, index and tag, and return. What is it called? Continuation token, I think. Okay. All right. Oh yes, and we also need to figure out the over communication between this app and the Go app. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go take a little break, 2 minutes. I'm going to think this over. And when I get back, we're going to build some stuff, some more stuff. Be right back, y'all. All right. What up? I'm back with food. I realized I didn't eat lunch at all. I recorded like a promo video for GopherCon before this. That was due like 8 a.m. today. So I've been recording stuff since 11, I want to say. I had a piece of bread at 7 a.m. for breakfast. So I'm like, no wonder why I'm so hungry and tired. I'll catch up on chat. Which JSON had trailing commas? Yeah, VS Code does not like trailing commas in JSON. First PR of October of Hacktoberfest, yeah. Nothing special other than hacky X resources, X props, and shell stuff. Still counts. That's some of the stuff that like everyone thinks is not a big deal, but it's a big deal because no one wants to do it. Like that's working on the core project because they have other stuff in their heads, you know. Plus they're busy with work and all that. So I didn't know JSON doesn't explicitly ban commas, trailing commas. Doesn't define them. Yeah, that sounds about right for JavaScript-y stuff. Busy day-ish. Busy week. Busy week, yeah. It's calming down next week. It should calm down next week, but you know. Yeah, all right. So, what were we doing? Oh yeah, the go backend. Okay. So I'm thinking whether I should write this stuff in Python. I really don't want to do that. I'm debating whether I should write this stuff in Python and then in the talk show how I'm going to tear it out and then put in the Go stuff. That's a lot of work though. Maybe I can maybe I can do the Python where I don't compress and then so the Python I only index and tag. I don't compress. And then in the Go, like I show in the Go, okay, we want to add compression. It presents a problem to the Python. And since it adds a problem to the Python, because it takes too long and it uses up tons of memory and it doesn't do concurrency well, then we're going to break it out into Go. But when we break it out, now we have a new challenge, which is how to get them to talk to each other and what are the hooks into it. Yeah, okay, so let's do stuff. Yeah, okay, let's keep the thing in memory, the little database of tags in memory. Actually, let's see. Does Python have any Python on disk? I'd rather not use SQLite, but in a pinch. Shove. There's SQLite. Elevator. Client for on-disk key value database. Sounds decent. Not very popular in GitHub. Python 2.7. There it is. Maybe I need to search for Python 3. Databases. Oh, isn't there something in Python? Pickle? Maybe I can pickle stuff. Joe Gatuli, what's up? Why do I use hash? Why don't I use triple quote marks and 30 to 35? Yeah, could. I'm not super familiar with modern Python, My understanding was triple quote marks are more for documentation, but maybe you know better than me. What I mean by documentation is like publicly accessible usage docs for how to use a method. Sorry, y'all. I'm eating lunch right in front of your faces. You can see me stuff my face. Should I stand up a local Postgres? Then I have a DB. I want to use them both. I actually want to show how the Go is going to take over all the database stuff. Because I want to have Python be totally stateless. Actually, that's a word that I want to keep in my mind. Key feature. Make the Python stateless by offloading the database and data manipulation work to go. It's the same, but instead of the hash, I can use the triple quote. Okay, why not? Okay. Sounds good to me. Okay. So I'm gonna pickle. I'm not in a pickle. I'm going to pickle. There it is. Pickle is not secure. Only unpickled data you trust. Okay. Pickle Marshall is more primitive. Marshall is just to support PYC pretty much. Okay. Maybe I should just be JSON encoding this stuff. Dumps. Pickle dumps. Okay. Pickle load. Pickle dump. Okay. All right, that's easy enough. Okay, so we are gonna, how do we parse JSON? I think it's like request.json. I'll follow your advice, chat, and just open up the first string search result. Request.getJSON. Okay. Okay. I'll figure out how to do the image stuff later. How to actually upload the image later. Oh, wait. Maybe. Maybe this app should be, you upload the image name, the image URL, and tags. Then this thing downloads it, and puts it into the pickle or on somewhere on disk. But the Go one, we want to start supporting upload. I think that might be better because then we can show off Go's memory characteristics as well. Okay. So we're going to go with this. The URL, tags, I don't think I have the IDE set up in the bot properly. The IDE command. Sorry about that. Yeah, Joku, this is VS Code with a few extensions. A few meaning 63. All these Azure ones you can ignore. Bash Beautify is a cool one. Better Toml is a cool one. I've done some various different languages. Docker is a good one if you ever do stuff with Docker. 100% recommend Git Lens for anything you do in VS Code that relates to Git. And then Grubbox is my theme. I like Grubbox a lot. Yeah, the Go one is much win, yeah. I would say if you're doing Go and you're using VS Code, there's no reason not to install this. Other languages, I can't speak to very well. Except for C++, decent. Is there any other things in here? Markdown lint's pretty good. I can live without it, but it's okay. Prettified JSON, also good. The Python plugin is built by Microsoft by some really good Python people. So I don't know if there's no reason not to install it, but it's super helpful. And then this. This is what I do. So I installed this so I can write a bunch of to-dos in my code, like here, and that extension will bother me about it. Yeah, Nizative, I installed Challenger Deep on stream last time, and I used it for a while after the stream, and my eyes couldn't take the retroness anymore for whatever reason. Oh, Joker, you know, C#, Python, HTML5, CSS3. Right on. Have you used, if you haven't used VS Code before, check it out. It's a solid editor, and I'm not saying that because I work at Microsoft. I started using VS Code pre-Microsoft. Visual Studio. VS Code, made by the same team that writes, or that builds Visual Studio. Yeah, Nizative, I tried Winnie 95 on stream. VS Code plus Remedy BG. Nice. No, I would say there's nothing better for C# than Visual Studio. Just hands down. Where's the Vim gang? Xenus, if you're still here, I think you're part of the Vim gang. Xmessage for sure. Xmessage said I should change my talk from just Python and Go to Vim, Python, and Go. So yeah, that's a catch. The debugger is slow. You gotta have a lot of memory, in my experience at least. You gotta have a lot of memory to make that thing work decently. I haven't tried any C# dev on VS Code. I'm assuming that it shells out to the .NET CLI, and that uses a lot of memory for debugging anyway, as far as I can tell. So you might just need to have a lot of memory to debug .NET stuff. All right. Image URL, image tags, image name. So let's figure out, first of all, unpickled equals pickle dot what? Load? Load. What's up? iChal 555. What's going on? Good to see you. We have to open up a new file. How do you do that? I think it's maybe just open. Yeah. pickledb.db. And we need to do db file. We need to open it here. Have I linked in my keyboard? No, I have not. I apologize for that. Let me fetch you up. doskeyboard.com. Solid keyboards. A lot of it, let's see, all the casing except for the top. Nope, top is metal too. It's all metal, which I really like. It's heavy, it doesn't move around a lot. And then you put new keycaps on it. The keycaps that it comes with, in my opinion, are not great. So if you put new ones, you kind of have, for me, a great keyboard. iCal, you're in 4chan. B thing, you still can't figure out what's the bad thing about it. I'm not familiar with 4chan. Right on, Joku, those keycaps are on Amazon. Just search for Have It keycaps. Nice, 8 of you have the 5Q. Right on. Yeah. We were... I'm going to go back through all my notes, my keyboard notes from all y'all, and figure out what kind of ergo split keyboard I should get. Yeah, Joko, it's... where are you? Not this. I have the Mac version of this. There are two kinds of 4Q. Why is there no 4Q on here? Am I missing something here? It's basically this. Yeah, this is what I got. DOS Keyboard 4 Professional for Mac. Basically this. You can use this with Windows too. You just end up, the command button is the Windows button. Yeah. Yeah, I hear nothing but good things about Moonlander. Haven't heard of Redux though. Oh, nice. Is this the one you were writing Rust for? To like change the firmware or something like that? QMK firmware. Well, I guess this is not Rust. Nice. Joku, I do not use, this machine is not Linux. I use Linux as my like primary dev machine. I have a Linux box over there and I'm going to set that up to stream from that. So some nearby future stream will be from Linux. Corn LP, Fabada Tech is the only place I know that sells some pre-assembled Redux. Right on. I love this keyboard world. I'm gonna get more into it. Cool. All right, I'm gonna write a little bit more Python. So, oh yeah. We gotta try this. Actually, wait. Is it gonna create the file for me? Python create file. Actually, wait. Built-in function. Open. If the file cannot be opened, so we need to figure out how to create a file. Open. Oh, duh. Pass W. Okay. Nice. Does anyone know of a quick and dirty way to proxy local H2 connections out to a remote proxy and inject JWT or ADC offloads? I want to say I haven't seen an all-in-one solution that does that. Maybe something in the cloud product realm. But I want to say Caddy. I've just got Caddy on my mind right now because that's what's serving up these slides. Caddy has some plugins, so I wonder if any of the plugins will do stuff like that for you. Another possibility is writing one in Go. Something just hopped up and ran away over. Outside is that way. Something just jumped way up in the air and then ran away. Yeah, so maybe this, I don't know. I don't know if Caddy has like the plugins for this. But also, if you've been here long enough, you've seen my love for Echo. So Echo does have H2. It can do like a one-liner to proxy. And there is a JWT middleware. So, and you can extend this, do whatever you need to do with the injection you need to do. So yeah, this will enforce JWT. So you may need to steal the code for this and flip a switch to make it inject instead of enforce. Tedious function. Thank you so much for the follow. Happy to have you here and welcome. Just hanging out on a Friday. And watching me eat lunch. Okay. Am I good with CSS? No. I'm good at looking stuff up on Stack Overflow regarding CSS. So, why did I do that? No. All right. With open U as DB. Oh, that's the one that should be file. Okay. Doesn't have what you need? Well, what do you got? What's going on in the CSS world for you? We can get the Arshall's Stream Brain Trust chat and see what we got. Someone out there might know. All right. So we don't need this try anymore. Or this. So unpickled, and we're gonna do so now we need to check if the list of images is in there. So we gotta do this. We have to say if or if, well, actually, what is this going to look like? So first of all, what is it going to look like? Images, and then there's going to be a list of image name, or wait, no, we're going to do a UUID here because that'll make us index. Name, blah, tags, blah, URL, blah, and then file location. All right, right on. So that's what we're gonna figure out. Try to move your menu to top right and try using align position absolute, but with absolute they stack on top. So with absolute they stack on top of one another. Do you want them to like be side by side or something? Because with position absolute, yeah, maybe you could do a z-index and put it behind the thing, whatever you don't want to stack on top of. Nice, you're streaming it? Yeah. We're gonna watch you stream in my stream. We've done this before. I'm gonna get some chip grease off my hands. That's me chatting you from my stream. So, are you talking about that follower goal thing?
Yeah.
So yeah, if you absolute that, it's gonna totally
This is so weird.
blow away everything else. But yeah, I mean, try the z-index. It could be a thing. We can really get a great sense for the lag.
Just looking into this.
Let's kill the music for a second. Now we can hear.
Okay, so z-index.
Night, Joku. Good to see you. Hopefully see you soon. Thanks for joining.
So how exactly do I use this?
Say what?
What do I do now? I'm not too
Here comes Stack Overflow.
familiar with z-index.
Oh yeah, you can do negative. Like try -1 maybe. Minix graphics, I think the issue, at least from what I could understand from Tedious, is he wants that follower goal box to not overlay something else. As far as I could tell, that's what it was. What I'm confused about is that follower goal box looks like it's a OBS browser source. I'm probably wrong about this, but I'm assuming that's an OBS browser source because it's above everything, including your desktop. So it would be tough to get that behind anything else because it's in OBS. It's not in your browser. Do I have this? Am I off here?
What do you mean? Here, let me.
Yeah, Tedious. Try the negative there. I'm going to go back to Pythoning. But yeah, throw it in chat. More issues or questions. I think I'll leave this on though. We can see what you're doing. I think if I understand what you're doing, then I think you're gonna need a Z index, but obviously not have it overlaid in OBS, but just have it on the web page instead. All right, so things gonna look like that. We need to see if how do we see if something's a list? Python check if type is list. Is it like type of? Is instance. Okay. If not, is instance. And what? Unpickled images list. Unpickled images equals empty list. And now we're gonna do unpickled dot append dot push. And now we're gonna do, I don't know how to create a UUID in Python. Create a Uuid. Okay, easy enough. Name, tags, URL, file location. Static typing, yes, +1, Nizative. Maybe that's what we'll show in the talk. That's not even trolling to me. It's just straight up fact. Okay. So name is going to be image name. Tag is going to be image tag. URL is going to be something. Oh yeah, image URL. Oh, we need to make sure these are like the right thing. Once again, Bring out that static typing. So needs to be a string, needs to be a list. Okay, I can get rid of this too. All right, so we have to download the file. That's the chip remnants. Love the way it's handled in Rust. You can specify the type or just let Rust figure it out. That's cool. Is it using the magic of macros somehow to do that? Tedious? Nope, not using a capture card. This is all driven off of a Mac Mini, which is not ideal because it's using software video encoding for the stream. So I'm switching over to Tower running Linux as soon as I can. That has a hardware encoder in it. But that may be the cause of some of the delay. Yeah, let name equals something, or you can do let name type. Yeah, so type inference, right? Go does that a little bit too. Except you can't do the let name colon type in Go. You have to do it. Allow me to type it. So if you want to force it to be a string, you have to take a second line out. Which is a little weird. I think it's just you're supposed to do this and they want you to do that, and there are not a lot of times in Go where you have to specify the type beforehand. But yeah, bloat lines, you're right. Okay. Oh, good point. Yeah, good point. Var string. Yeah, var thing string. Yeah. So I take it back. Everything I said, I take it back. And I say that a lot. Okay. So we gotta download a file now. Requests. I like requests. That's a rad utility. HTTP for humans. I am that. Okay. Okay. Ooh, we have a chance to upgrade pip itself. I'm not gonna walk on that wild side though. Okay. Now requests.get. That's pretty much it. So now we're gonna say file binary or image binary equals image URL. So we're gonna put the file on disk first. Oh, actually, we're gonna open the pickle database first, and then we're gonna open the file name, so that if the inner one fails, and the outer one will automatically close. So we're going to do file name dash uuid, image name, and then uuid.uuid4. Why is that red? Oh, okay. So, as image file, and now we can call write. Close some of these tabs down here. I assume you just call like write or something. No. File access. Okay. No. File objects. Okay. The canonical way is using new open. So how do you write? Python. File objects. This is Python 2. No. There we go. What is this? The C API? Yeah, this is C API. Let's try tutorials point since it's the first one. Okay, just dot right. All right. Okay. All right, so that went fine. File location then is going to be dot format file name. Okay, so we're not going to return a continuation token. Status, done, whatever. Okay. Cool. Still runs, doesn't fail. Now let's run it. And let's try our hand at curling we've got to do /upload. Is it /upload? Yeah. Upload, and then now what do we have to pass again? URL tags and name. What was that URL? Crap. I should have kept this open. So we're going to pass this URL. Put it in quotes. And tags? Tags. Tags is going to be partials. No, it's called keyboard. That's for you, Stupak. Keeb. And then name is going to be, did someone say keyboards? close. Okay. What happened? JSON. No. Oh yeah, I've seen this before. You have to pass application JSON as a content type. Otherwise, Flask won't talk to you. So localhost / upload fail. Method post. What if I just do that's not allowed. That's what I expected. Okay. Now I post it. Alright, and then there's no JSON. So I think what I need to do is, if not JSON, return. How do you return a 400 with Flask? Render template, application error. And that doesn't look like I can return just a status code. Flask API. Content status. Okay. So return and then a 400. Okay. Okay, that's good. Now does this no JSON found me? Oh, something different now. 400. Okay, well let me actually check this in because there's a shit ton of stuff that I have not checked in yet. Oh, I'm gonna clean up a lot of this. Client. I don't even think I need server or any of this. Anything in project, I don't think I need. Yeah, just app.py I think is all I need. Initial commit. Oops. What do you got for me, VS Code? Second commit. Alright. Okay. Alright, we got to a pretty good place. How long have I been streaming? Yeah, 2 hours 45. It's almost as long as I wanted to go today. I was looking for maybe 3. But I am worn out. And I've got some chip scraps to eat still. So, gonna call it a day. Talk with a mouthful. Gonna call it a day. And be back on Monday at 11. Doing exorcism exercises in Go with Jennifer. And should be back the normal schedule next week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Wednesday 1:30. Friday morning-ish. Probably 10. I try for 10. Stuff comes up at Friday mornings, as always. So, morning-ish. Minix Graphics, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your evening as well. And I'm going to find someone to raid. Sci and Tech. Rust. Kamozo. Gamozo is a cool dude. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Removal of the programming category. Lame. Yeah, let's raid Gamozo then. He gets the stamp of approval from you, Nice Native, from a fellow Ruster. Rustation. Let's do it. Alright, Al. I hope that you all have a wonderful weekend. I want to thank you so much for joining today. I will hope to see you down the line. Be happy, be safe, everybody.
A standard